Here we go then, it all comes down to this. The DRS 125 Grand Prix. Sam Faulkner starting in first. He will take some stopping. Daniel Walden in second. James Lay starting in third ahead of Richard Evans. Tyrone Stansfield starting in fifth ahead of Matthew Pearce in sixth. Morgan Cole in seventh with Zach Parkinson in eighth. Oliver Moyes in ninth and Mark Lawrence in 10th. That rounds off the top 10 in this DRS 125 Grand Prix. George Friday starting in 11th with Will Checkley in 12th. Mantas Tzanoudakis is 13th with Thomas Massarella in 14th. David Dolling in 15th and Ian Williams in 16th. Corey Alien in 17th and Lewis Berry in 18th. Dave Burns starting in 19th. Marco Zaffino in 21st and Paul Zan after that retirement in the previous race starting in 22nd place. He'll be quick at the back of the grid, so worth keeping an eye on how he gets on. So the drivers slowing down. Ahead then of the start, that there is Andy, the series director. Andy Cox, whose son is also a go-karter in the DRS 62, his first season this year. So Sam Faulkner in kart one. Had a slow start in the previous race. Let's see how he gets on then. Now, not the bog down we had in the previous race, but it looks like car 7 might have got the jump, and indeed Sam Faulkner slips down to third place this time. And there was some contact there as well. So an intriguing start to this race. Sam Faulkner down to third place. Leading the way is Dan Walden. And up now into first place is Richard Evans, and Sam Faulkner coming back and takes back second place. He makes it look so easy, doesn't he? So, Dan Walden leading the way, Sam Faulkner in second place. In third place it is Dan Walden as we complete the first lap. The fastest lap obviously going the way of Evans, a time of 36.8. Just looking a bit further down the running order, Zan up into 17th place. Burns made up a position 2. All over the back of him, and Sam Faulkner goes out wide. I don't think he's going to pass quite yet. Good defence that by Evans. It just feels like a matter of time, doesn't it, before Sam Faulkner gets this overtake. Walden and Pearce battling for second and third. Oh, and there's someone off. A car is off. And that is car 301, Parkinson, who has retired from the race. Not sure what happened there. Leading the way, it is Evans. Richard Evans with Sam Faulkner all over the back of him, and Faulkner gets that pass done. And you now can't help but feel it is going to be a straight run to victory for Sam Faulkner. Oh, and off goes 298, which is Watts. So Carl Watt has a spin and seems to be, well, he thought for a second he was beached on the grass, but he's making his way back onto the track. There he goes then. He's going to have a bit of making up to do if he wants to get back into a good position. The Parkinson is our one retirement of this Grand Prix so far, but it is Faulkner that leads ahead of Evans, who's keeping pace at the moment. 10 minutes left then of this Grand Prix. In third place it is Walden ahead of Pearce. Lay in fifth with Stansfield in sixth. Cole in seventh. Friday in eighth. Massarella up to ninth, and Tzanoudakis in 10th place. So Dan Walden with a battle for the third place. Pierce and Lay on the back of him. Faulkner leads, Evans in second. Faulkner starting to build a bit of a gap, but Evans also starting a bit of a gap. Dan Walden, car number 7. So there you can see Faulkner starting to put in those quick lap times. I think Walden has got the jump now. Yes, Walden's still in 4th place. Pierce ahead of that little mini battle. Lay in 5th place. James Lay. So Faulkner leads ahead of Evans. Pierce and Walden in a tight battle for 3rd and 4th. Under 8 minutes remaining of this Grand Prix. And a long train of cars from Dan Walden back, all battling for crucial championship points. Sam Faulkner increasing his gap in 1st place. 2nd place it is Evans. 3rd place Pierce with Walden in 4th. James Lay holding off Stansfield in the battle for 5th and 6th. That there was Williams. And just behind him, in front of him, sorry, is Zoromskas. Here you can see Ian Williams, car number 300. Zoromskas at the front of that little battle. Zoromskas, and this is going to be wheel to wheel then between Williams and I think is that Ozan. Yes, Ozan gets past. Ozan has been super quick this weekend. Oh, and there's been a spin. And who is that? It looks like it's car number 8, which is Massarella. So Massarella from 9th place spins out, Thomas Massarella, and drops back, manages to get back underway. That'll be disappointing for Massarella. So, with just over 5 minutes remaining, let's take stock. Sam Faulkner leads ahead then of Evans. Pierce in 3rd with Walden in 4th. Lay in 5th and Stansfield in 6th. Cole in 7th. Friday in 8th. Zoromskas in 9th and Ozan now up to 10th. And let's bear in mind that Ozan started at the back of the grid. So a superb drive there by Paul Ozan, who's had a problem in the previous race and had to retire, so ended up having to start at the back of the grid, but is making up some good points. Now there is Walden, closely followed by James Lay. Stansfield a little bit further back. This is the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th. Walden currently leads it. Walden with James Lay all over the back of him. And James Lay is just trying to get as close as he can. Walden ahead of Lay, who in turn is ahead of Stansfield. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Will James Lay have a sniff of an opportunity? I don't think he's close enough. He's got to stay closer on the back then of Walden if he's to get this pass done, and it looks like he might be able to do it here. Goes right up the inside, but gets more apex than he does track. And that then gives possibly a chance for Stansfield to move in on things. So with just over 2.5 minutes remaining, Sam Faulkner has opened up a gap, but this is interesting, the battle for second and third now. There's just a couple of tenths in between those two, so that could be something to keep an eye on. Evans in second place, Pierce in third place, and there you just saw them at the bottom of your screen here. The battle for fourth, fifth and sixth is good as well. So this is the battle for second place, and indeed the battle for second place has really tightened up. Evans versus Pierce as we enter the final few stages of this race. This isn't the battle we want to see at the moment because it's getting close between second and third. And here it is then, that battle between Evans and Pierce. We might get a clear shot of it. Here we go then. So Pierce has closed that gap down nicely and is all over the back then of Evans. Evans has been in second place for a while, but Pierce has finally closed the gap down, and we might be in for a bit of an exciting finish between second and third in the final stage of this lap. 1:40 remaining. Walden is comfortably in fourth place as things stand. He's had those two chasing him, Lay and Stansfield, for a while now. But Pierce is starting to close in on Evans. Both these carters in with a podium chance at the moment. This, the battle for second and third. I'm not sure if Pierce is going to be able to put Evans under enough pressure as we head into the final minutes. Sam Faulkner has been outstanding once again. Up into fourth place then goes James Lay. So James Lay has been chasing Walden and now moves up into fourth place, but Walden could come back here. Waiting patiently behind for an opportunity is Stansfield. So Sam Faulkner will be coming round to start the final lap of the race in a few moments' time. Here he is then, kart number one in the red overalls. Behind him it is Evans, behind him Pierce. Then it is James Lay, Walden in fifth with Stansfield in sixth. So we are now on the last lap. First place is pretty much sorted. Second place looks a bit more comfortable too, but this is the battle for fourth, fifth and sixth. James Lay currently ahead of Walden. Walden was in fourth for much of this race, but let Lay past, and now is under pressure from Stansfield is Walden. We're heading into the final stages of this race. It is going to be Sam Faulkner who makes his way round the final corner, and once again Sam Faulkner takes victory. Absolutely phenomenal drive by him. In second place is Evans, in third place is Pierce, fourth place it is Lay, a great drive by him. In fifth place it is Walden, sixth place Stansfield, seventh is Cole, eighth is Friday, ninth is Ozan and 10th is Williams. but Sam Faulkner has been absolutely unstoppable this weekend. He takes victory, and deservedly so, over 3 seconds ahead. And an exciting DRS 125 Grand Prix.